Would you like to see a city given over, soul and body, to a tyrannizing game? If you would, there's little need to be a rover, for St. Andrews is the abject city's name. It is surely quite superfluous to mention to a person who has been here half an hour that golf is what engrosses the attention of the people with an all-absorbing power. July the 19th, 1984. 100 years since the poem. And what's different? Not a lot. St. Andrews is again given over, and the faithful flock in to share the obsession in such record numbers that the Royal and Ancient will dip into its pockets and increase the prize money even while the championship is being played. The traditional role of surprise early leader was filled fittingly by a Scot. Bill Longmuir, starting in the still air of morning, returned to 67, a score later emulated by Greg Norman, the Australian who just lost the US Open in a playoff, and Peter Jacobsen from the States. On the second day, the crowds waited for Longmuir to crack, and eventually, though not finally, he did, at the infamous 17th, the road hole. He came to it 9 under par and left it with a treble bogey 7. Longmuir and company gave way to Ian Baker Finch, a young and little-known Australian. And, of course, we all expected him to collapse. Well, he stood 10 under par, and then he came to the 17th.
And he's in the notorious road bunker. Third shot. And well played. That bunker that's caused so many problems over the years, but young Baker Finch with a very holeable putt for his par 4.
So Baker Finch pars where these first 2 days 312 golfers will play, and 223, over 2/3 of them, will bogey or fare even worse. Remember the 17th. It's clear it'll be a potent factor in this championship. But meanwhile, young Baker Finch soldiers on.
Final hole of this second round. His second shot.
And pitches in the face and goes back into the hollow they call the Valley of Sin.
And if he gets down in 2 from there, even though the flag's on the front of the green, he'll have done well. But 2 putts he needs for a 66, and what a cracking round that would be. Up the bank she comes, looks to be a good speed. Very good indeed, but still 4 feet or so from the hole. Now, can he escape with another fighting par 4? This for a round of 66. Yes, fine putt, a 66. 6 under par on the day, 10 under for the first 2 rounds in the championship, and at the halfway stage he leads by 3. And what a tribute that board is to the internationalism of this championship. An Australian, an American, a Spaniard, an Englishman and a Scot, all in the first 5.
The third day dawns calm, and the early starters capitalize. For one, Jack Nicklaus. For another, Sam Torrance.
Nicklaus at the 16th, par 4, just 382 yards. One of the features here at St Andrews, of course, the huge double greens. Jack Nicklaus, who received earlier this week an honorary doctorate of law from the St Andrews University. On the green, but really not threatening from such long range. Opened up with a round of 76, which was very un-Nicholas-like, then a 72, so started the day 4 over par, now only 1 over. Well, he's done it. And that takes him back to level par for the championship.
Nicholas will finish in 68. Torrance, the Scot, has a putt for a 65.
He was out in 30 this morning. No, just skims by, but that'll be a simple tap-in and a fine round of 66 for Sam Torrance, even if he did have a bit of luck with the weather early on.
But now, as the leading contenders prepare to go out, the turn of the tide brings a fresh breeze, and it'll blow behind them as they progress outward to the Eden estuary.
And playing the first hole, it's the defending champion, Tom Watson. 370 yards, a par 4. Watson's second shot, he's 5 under and sharing 6th place. Playing a sand iron. Needs to hurry if he's going to get over the water. Oh, well. That bounced over the Swilcan Burn, the little stream running in front of this green, and Watson escapes with a minor miracle at the very first hole. Now playing with Watson, and already just on the edge of the green, Jaime Gonzalez from Brazil. 4 under par. Out of the little hollow, up and over the top. Very well judged indeed. And that's a certain par 4. Now Watson for a birdie 3. And straight away, Watson goes to 6 under par, just 4 behind the leader.
At first, Watson's birdie seems no big deal because this opening hole's played easily today. But the wind brings difficulty, and none among the 2 pairs who follow can emulate him. And now, the penultimate pair.
Seve Ballesteros, the champion in 1979, and Lee Trevino, winner in 1971 and 72. Both 7 under par. Ballesteros' second shot. A real punchy shot. Looking for this ball to grip on about the 2nd or 3rd bounce now, but it doesn't. It's on a little hard bit, little downslope. Not what Dr. Trevino ordered at all. And he'll be well pleased to roll this close to the hole side. Which he does quite beautifully. Trevino, 4. Now Seve. No, always on the low side. So just a little tap in for Seve. For his par 4. And they both remain 7 under par. And they're succeeded at this first hole by the leader, Ian Baker Finch, the young 23-year-old from Queensland, Australia. Astonishingly, he's 10 under par. He fairly slices that club face under the ball in an effort to get backspin.